guys. I'm not going to be here that long, but you can follow me and like and subscribe and donate to my channel. Um, the title of this broadcast is Lynn Expecting Nothing, the Power of Jubilee Economics. It said, what if I told you the Bible teachings and economic system where you lend knowing you may never get it paid back? And God calls that obedience. This is not socialism. This is not poverty thinking. This is Jubilee economics. And it comes straight from the heart of God. Shalom, family. This is Rakiria, the visionary. If you're here for truth, not tradition, revelation, and not religion, you're in the right place. Today we're going to talk about a principle most churches don't teach because it challenges the money system of this world. In Deuteronomy 15, it said God commanded a year of release. Every 7 years, debts were canceled. And God specifically warned his people, do not refuse to lend just because the year of release is near. That means you lend knowing you might never get it back. Let's talk about it. And this is what I learned last week. When I learned this last week, God gave me a clear answer and understanding on this passage. And I was going through a lot at that moment. And I couldn't get up here or reach you guys when I tried to come up here because it was so much going on in my circumstances after the last video I have made with you guys. So it took me 4 days to come back on the broadcast because it's been 4 days I haven't been on YouTube or making videos or doing anything. But let's get back to this. Deuteronomy 15 verses 9 verses 10 said, don't let a wicked thought enter your heart. Give generously and without a grudging heart. So God is saying that you can help people without even looking for something in return. And I always had that heart. Hey, Winfrey, how are you? I always had that heart. I always had that I'm not looking for nothing in return. I never looked for nothing for in return. The reason why I'm saying you can donate to this channel because I'm giving you more insight on the law of release. I'm saying this to say is do not ever look for nothing in return just because God said what you put out here you get back. But he also did. God commanded a year of release every 7 years. The debts were canceled. And God specifically warned his people, do not refuse to lend just because the year of release is near. That means you lend knowing you might never get it back. And Deuteronomy 15 and 9 and 10 said, don't let a wicked thought into your heart. Give generously and without a grudging heart. And back to what I was saying, the reason why I did not come on my platform or broadcast in a couple days is because I was going through a lot of warfare, spiritual warfare. And God was like, even though I was trying to get back up here to do this broadcast right here, this is the one I supposed to been did. So now let's go dive deeper. In Leviticus 25, in the year of Jubilee, every 50 years slaves were freed, land was returned, and families were restored. Economic oppression was broken. God reset the system. Why? Because God never intended wealth to become a tool of a bondage. So God don't want us to have a greed heart. He didn't want us to have that greed heart when it comes to money. He wanted us to give freely. Mm. So he basically telling us to give freely. And at 8, giving isn't loss in the kingdom. It's alignment. So it was not that He wasn't telling you not to give. He was telling you to give. Give freely. Not because people deserve it, but because God is your source. When you release without fear, you break agreement with lack and step into trust. Kingdom people don't give to get back. They give because God already provided. What does giving freely look like in your life right now? Time, love, forgiveness, or resource? That's what it means. God wants you to restore your heart to giving to others. And I will be back. So that's what it's basically telling you. You have to give without looking for anything in return. And I know I just put y'all on hold. I had to go get my food. And I have to be off here in a minute. So I'm going to get done with the broadcast. I know I just came back in. But please like and share and subscribe to this broadcast thing. And I have to give you more insight. So this is what God is basically telling us. Trust me, I am your provider. You know, the world say protect yourself, get interest, and secure your return. But God say, trust me, I am your provider. Jubilee economics teaches us you don't control people with debt. You don't hoard resources. You don't lend to dominate. You lend to restore. So sometimes we're not gonna get what we're looking for back in return. So we can't keep looking for I'm a lender. We are lenders. I'm a lender, not a borrower. You know what I'm saying? We are lenders. So we here to lend to others without even looking for something in return. Luke 63 verses 4, I mean 6, I mean Luke 6 verses 34 verses 35 said, lend expecting nothing in return and your reward will be great. Jesus was announcing Jubilee living, grace-based economics, mercy-based system, faith-based provision. This doesn't mean God calls you to be foolish. It means you obey God. You discern with wisdom. You release control. And you trust divine recompense. God repays better than people ever could. So whatever you're doing in this season and you helping those that needed to be helped in this season, God is saying help them. Don't look for something in return. because I'm willing for you to help those that in the need. I'm ready for you to help them than to ask for anything, because God repays better than people ever could. God gonna repay you back in triples and multiple times. So ask yourself, am I lending with strings attached? Am I giving only when I'm guaranteed a return? Or I'm trusting God as my source? Kingdom people don't live in fear of lack. If this message shifted you thinking, don't ignore it. Like and share and subscribe. This channel is about awakening, not appeasing systems. Until next time, walk in truth, live in freedom, and trust God completely. Trust that God is going to make everything right in your circumstances. Stop looking for stuff in return and be a lender the way that God wants you to lend to people. Don't even get mad about what you're doing for somebody. Don't even let your pride or your ego or that flesh that you carry make you feel like it's bad to lend to somebody, because you're not going to always get nothing in return. Always remember that. Yahweh rising. And always keep Yahweh faithful. Yahweh in your heart. And always trust in Yahweh.